What's up, everyone? Zach here, bringing you another Team Taste deck profile you want to taste. Today, I'm bringing you Luxio Item Lock, so my Luxray break deck. So I'll get right on into it. It's a fun new item lock. Everyone loves to play item lock, right? So, to start off, we got 4 Shinx. Simple. He has the ability Runaway Evolution, I think it's called, where during your first turn, or if you go second, during your first turn, you may evolve. So you can evolve up into your Luxio right away, which is pretty important, seeing as we play 4 of them. And so the Luxio for, I keep forgetting, Disconnect. It does 30, and your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand the next turn. So it's Quaking Punch, but for a single colorless energy. So really strong. There was a lot of discussion on what you would want to pair it with. So we went the Shining Celebi way to be a little more tankier and a little more aggressive, I guess. And you could also go away with like Garbodor, so you can ability lock and item lock, but then you just, if you attach bodybuilding dumbbells, you can be at 120 HP, but you're still getting knocked out by stuff like Zoroark. So I don't know, not the biggest fan. So we went the Shining Celebi way, so we play Luxrays. So Luxray has 150 HP. His ability, Intimidating Fang, reduces all incoming damage by 30. So he has an effective HP of 180, which is pretty tanky for the one prize attacker, and it's not that hard to evolve up into him. And then his attack, also for Lightning Colorless, does 150 anywhere on the field, and then you have to discard all your Lightning. So we're playing a couple like counter energies and some of that kind of fun, so you can snipe anything really that you want, especially after a couple Disconnect. There we go. I keep wanting to call it Distortion, so if I call it Distortion, don't hurt me. Also Luxray has Free Retreat, so really good too. It's really nice being able to cycle them. And then we're playing 2 Luxray breaks. It helps with the tankiness some. It gives it an extra 20 HP. And then its attack for 2 lightnings and a double colorless does 130, and you flip a coin until you get tails, and it does 40 times the number of heads you hit. So it can be used in some clutch situations. With 1 heads, it hits 170, which is really nice. So really, we only play it to become a little more tanky. So it has an effective HP of 200 with the Luxray's ability. And then we're playing 2 Shining Celebis. So Shining Celebi's ability, Time Recall, you can use any of your attacks from a previous evolution. So if you're up at a Luxray break, you can still use Luxio's item lock attack. Really strong. And then we're playing 1 Cobline. So like I said, we're playing some counter energies. So Revenge Blast can just win you games if your opponent goes ahead, and you can just start coming back with some Revenge Blast. It's really good. And then we got 2 Lele's. Not sure if 2 or 3 is the right count, but I would be playing, I think 2 is enough right now. You don't really want them to hit the field that much. You only want them for backup, just in case you can't get your draw supporters. So speaking of which, we got 3 Cynthias, 2 Ns, and 2 Sycamores for draw support. I think I would try to fit in a 3rd N after playing with it a little bit, but it's not too bad. A lot of times you want to just be item locking. You're not trying to draw that many cards, but once you set up. And then we got 2 Guzmas and 2 Bridgets. Pretty standard supporter line. 3rd Guzma would probably be really good too, but you kind of want, I'm going for maximum consistency right now. And then for the items, we got 4 Ultra Balls, standard. And then with this whole tank build, we are playing 4 Max Potions. So if you successfully get up into your Luxury breaks and they're hitting you for like 100, and then you Max Potion and, you know, slap another energy on, it only needs 1 energy to attack. So it's really nice. And then we're going to be disrupting them with our 3 E-Hammers. A 4th one would always be nice, but space pretty limited. We're playing 2 Evo Sodas, trying to stay consistent. So trying to get up into the Luxios and Luxrays and all that stuff. Then we got 2 Super Odds. You could change 1 into a Rescue Stretcher, but we're playing 10 energies total, so kind of like the options of Super Odd gives you, especially being able to shuffle in multiple Pokemon and energy. And then we got one field blower. You could go up to 2, I guess, but not sure too many reasons for it. Against Garb, I guess you'd want it, but it's not the end of the world. If you hit it once against Garb, and then you can item lock them, and then they're not getting another tool on. And then speaking of tools, we got 3 choice bands. Being able to hit for 60 in item lock is huge, especially being able to like 3-shot a Lele or something like that. It's really good. And 2 float stones to try to get the Luxios and Lux Rays into the active. Really good for turn 1, trying to get the attacks off. And then I really tried fitting crushing hammers in, and puzzles and stuff that just wasn't going to fit when playing a stage 3 line in a deck. And if we were playing hammers and puzzles, then it just kind of starts clunking up without like a Zork engine to try to draw into them. So I went for just as much consistency as I thought I needed. Then our energy line, we got 6 lightning energies right here. That seems to be enough. We could even go a different type of energy. I kept lightning so it's easier to use Lux Ray's attack in a pinch, but you could even go for whatever your meta suits. Like if you want to add a couple metal attackers, throw some metal energy in there instead of the lightning. It works, especially because we're playing 4 counter energies. So with the 4 counter energies, even if you're not behind on prizes, you can still use Luxio's attack with a counter energy. So that's really the biggest draw to it. And since you're item locking your opponent, they're not going to be e-hammering you. So you don't really have to worry about that. If you're worried about Flare Grunt, then, well, even if you're playing a basic energy, it does the same thing. So the counter energies really help. Like I said, if you attach them to the Lux Ray, 1 counter energy and a lightning energy if you're behind, and you can 150 snipe anywhere. 2 counter energies or a counter energy and 2 regular energies onto a Lux Ray break, and you can be hitting for big damage. So it's not that unreasonable to get 4 energies on a Lux Ray, especially because you're slowing down your opponent so much. Playing this against any sort of rare candy deck, and you can just kind of shut them down. Playing something against like Vikabulu or Magnezone, Duskmane, if you hit the item lock before they've rare candied into their stage 2 support Pokemon, then you can just kind of win from there. They can't really do anything about it. Then something like Gardevoir, you're just putting too much early pressure without them being able to rare candy into their Gardevoirs. Some other matchups like Volcanion would probably be a tough matchup, but then you just hope for the item lock to win you the game. And then was it the Garchomp, Cynthia's Garchomp, the Garchomp Lucario I've found is super favorable. Sometimes they can start attacking with Lucario and it kind of sucks, but they can't do it that long. But yeah, that's what it is. Let me know what you guys would change and what you would think. Argue with me that the Garb version's better, but I just don't see how the 120 HP can stand against most of the meta. Yeah, you're item and ability locking them, but I don't know. They have a couple turns to set up before then, so yep. Let me know what you guys think, and remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, or if you hate me, give me a thumbs down. That's cool too. But like us on Facebook. Yeah, but that's about it. It's late, so I'm tired. Have a good one, everyone.